Hey y'all. Just wanting to catch up a little bit. Still not in the mood to do an actual mukbang.
And that is Candy Godiva, aka Hungry Fatchick, talking about how she doesn't want to do mukbangs, which is basically how she earns her living. You know, double fisting hamburgers, deep throating hot dogs, sucking on milkshakes. She is just not in the mood. She talks about a lot of health issues in this video, which of course I will get into. And it's not looking good. She's 50 years old. She'll be 51 in September. I know a lot of comparisons will come up to other YouTube people, which we will get into. Let me introduce myself, though. My name is Kidneyjay. The J stands for jerk because my kidneys are a pair of jerks. And before I do get started, don't forget to deep throat that like button, slobber on that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below if you'd like. Trying to steer clear from these videos, but I think it is important to show what kind of dire situation Hungry Fat Chick is in right now. What we're looking at now is basically her content, and she used to get millions of views on this stuff. No doubt in my mind, it's for the feeders, a lot of feeder content. But I just want to show you a picture of her just 5 years ago. This was her 5 years ago at the stove cooking for her audience. What has changed? A lot. And we're going to show the grim reality as we get into this video. So it was called Candy Vlogs 001. So I don't know if this is going to be sort of her new take on things because she doesn't want to eat the food anymore. We'll see how her audience responds, but I'm gonna guess she's not gonna get the feeder viewers that she normally does.
I haven't even ordered fast food or out food for a few days. Probably more than a few days. The last thing I ordered was some groceries, and I've been eating sandwiches the last few days, so that's not...
So you can just hear her wheezing. I want you guys to be aware of the wheezing and how uncomfortable that must be for her, and I'm going to get into that in a bit.
Not too bad. I had some cereal that I got. Easy stuff. Oh, gosh. But physically, I'm actually not even feeling that good. I'm tired, I'm achy, whine. It's never good when I don't feel like doing video.
Okay, so I guess now is the good time as ever to bring this up. Her laying down, you can't help but think of Life by Jen and her last year of life. Basically, we did not see Life by Jen sitting up at all. And Life by Jen unfortunately passed September 2022 of obese-related issues. A sad story. That's why this is just, it's so sad. I don't want to see Candy go down the same path, but unless something changes, nothing's going to change, if you know what I mean.
The last couple of days, I'm going to be honest, I'm not feeling very good either. Even when I try to do good by myself, I'm still going to have health issues. I don't have the typical obese issues. People call me on all the time. You got diabetes and you got high cholesterol. And it's like, no, I don't actually. But I do have a lot of orthopedic issues.
Okay, so I've said this before and I'll always stand by it. If someone is telling me I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, etc., I'll say, okay, you don't. I will say these are signs pointing to why you might. But if you say you don't, because in the end, it's not hurting me, it's hurting them. All I can do on my end is educate people on the signs and the symptoms and all that stuff. So she says she doesn't have high blood pressure, she says she doesn't have diabetes. Okay, she doesn't. Orthopedic issues and stress on her joints and everything, I think she might be in a little bit of denial about how that is weight related and how much the weight bears on her joints and tissues just from standing.
I have the sciatica, and I have the juicy lungs, and yeah, that's probably heart failure, probably. But I also have lung damage caused from medications that I took many, many years ago. So there's that, so I got both of those things working against me. And I agree with the heart failure thing only because I know that my heart is enlarged. I mean, I'm not in danger at the moment, according to the doctor that checked me out and everything. So.
Okay, so sounds to me that she was maybe told that she has an enlarged heart, which could mean congestive heart failure, which is it's a long-term condition. Your heart cannot pump efficiently and give your body enough blood to circulate everywhere. So you build up this sort of blood and fluid, and it collects in your lungs and your legs over time. So when she says she has the juicy lungs, the wet lungs, that's what's called pulmonary edema. It's basically, it's liquid in your lungs, and you hear that when she breathes in, sort of that kind of like a crackling sound. That's fluid on her lungs. Now, why the doctor would just say, well, keep an eye on it, I don't know. There are treatment options. Maybe she's not there. So treatment options could be vasodilators, which means they opens up your arteries and your veins and sort of gets the blood pumping more efficiently. Diuretics to get some of that water off. Heart medication like ACE inhibitors to help your heart out. Why none of this is being done, I don't know. I have no idea. She does get into insurance. Maybe that's part of it. Can I just say I have had pulmonary edema, not because of congestive heart failure, because my kidneys don't work. And I had such a buildup of fluid that I actually had to go into the hospital, and I had to get extra dialysis. I had to go on a BiPAP machine, which actually blows air into your lungs to sort of help dry them out. And it's very scary. It feels like you're going to drown. It's very hard to lay flat on your back because you cannot breathe. And just walking to and from the bathroom is taxing. So her not feeling well, it's so concerning. Like so concerning. It's just sad. I don't know how else to describe it except sad.
But they did say they were going to keep an eye on it, so I'm like, okay. And it helps that I haven't had high blood pressure in several years. I have to be careful though, because, at my weight right now, I'm kind of in the danger zone of having my blood pressure go back up, but it's been fine.
So blood pressure is one of those things that you have to keep an eye on. When she says, I have to keep an eye on it, I have no idea what that looks like for her. For me, that would be buying a blood pressure cuff and checking my blood pressure daily. Keeping track of it, keeping a record next time to go to the doctor, say, hey, this is what my blood pressures have been at home. What do you think? Eliminating salty, fatty foods. I know probably none of this is going to happen, but I really don't understand what keeping an eye on it means to Candy. But that's what it means to me.
But yeah, so I'm having issues. Basically the same thing I went into the hospital for recently. I have another, my hair, another minor infection. I never got a fever, so it wasn't all that bad. Just my thigh swelled up really big. I had like a scrape on the back of my thigh, and I doctored it the best I could, but these things happen. So I got.
So Candy was in the hospital earlier this year for about a week for the same type of thing, an infection that didn't heal. She had a fever. She had to have IV antibiotics. I had someone in the comment section saying that it was not obesity related. I do believe wound healing is compromised when you're obese. There's skin integrity issues, there's blood flow issues that just don't promote proper healing. So it looks like she got into that same situation again, but this time was not hospitalized.
An appointment with the Lemonade Health doctor, and she prescribed me an oral antibiotic, and I was like, well, thank you. Thank you. So, I felt like by the time I got the antibiotic, I would already pretty much fought it off myself. It took them 4 days to get me my antibiotic. By that time, if it was real bad, I probably should have went to the hospital, but I don't have any insurance right now. So that's another thing that's plaguing me, bothering me, worrying me.
Oof, no kidding. So no insurance, and she's experiencing all these health issues at once. Obviously, they're not going to get better unless she gets better, and she needs insurance to get better, to see a doctor. I know a lot of you guys are just saying all she does is complain. Listen, I don't have a problem with Candy at all. She's always been forthright with her past issues. She knows what's going on. I think she might be in a little bit of denial about how serious this is, especially with the heart issues, because she sort of just laughed it off. 50 years old, going to be 51 in September. Not looking good unless things change. We'll see where she goes from this. Like I said, I won't cover her mukbangs unless she has something, health related she's going to talk about. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. Wish her well. Send her positive vibes. If you don't want to send her positive vibes, you think all she does is complain, that's fine. You can do that as well. I appreciate all of you guys. If you listen to me this far, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.